So how do y'all feel about this outage? I can't stand this gimbal. I don't even know why I'm using it. All right, so how do y'all feel about the outage? Do y'all, you know what? Fuck it. Forget it. I'm not using this gimbal. All right, let's try this again. How do you feel about the outage? I was trying to use the gimbal, but the gimbal was not gimbaling. I don't know. Let me just relax somewhere right quick. So here's my thing about this whole entire outage. If I'm being really honest with you, I think it was just a quality control, people control test. And what do I mean by that? That there has been a lot of protests going on lately. There have been a lot of people who are switching sides and very dissatisfied. So how can you get people back in control and have them do what you want? You turn off their goods and services and money. So if people cannot get access to their money, if they can't get access to their goods, they can't get access to food, then you pretty much control them, right? And that's the thing that's going on right now. I feel like this is a quality control test, and that when people get too out of line, so I think they're predicting that's going to happen. When people get too out of line, then they're going to flip the switch and say, hey, you can have your stuff back as soon as you get back in order. Now, that's how I feel about it personally. You can have your stuff back as soon as you get back in order. Until then, we're going to keep your stuff turned off. It is not too much of a stress and imagination of this happening, because more and more things within this government system that we're currently in, this government client, has been allowed over and over again with no pushback. And realistically speaking, it kind of makes it seem like, what's the point of the three branches of the government? Because they all bought, paid for, and sold out. So if a federal court tells the president not to do something, or he can't do something, he just ignores it and does it anyway. Why? Because the three branches of government seems to be a lie. Now, has there ever been a president who has, well, Trump is old, let's be real here, but back to my original point, all this is a quality control test. They're testing to see how they can control the people, control the masses. They're not a fan of all these protests. It's harder and harder to hide all these protests that's going on. So if you want to get people back in line, you just tell them, hey, we're going to turn off your stuff. And today was a test. Today was a test to see how much, how people react when everything is turned off. You know, that's just my opinion on that. Today was just a test of how everything is turned off, because it was just Amazon. It was banks. It was credit unions. It was their phone numbers, apps. I mean, the whole entire system was shut down for a good, what, 5, 6, 7 hours. So yeah, it was definitely a quality control test, the way they control the people, because it helps you see how much control of your life you really don't have. Think about that for a second. People couldn't get access to their money. People couldn't buy food. People couldn't order anything offline. They shut the whole system down. And people are just sitting here twiddling their thumbs. We don't grow our own food anymore, right? We are overly reliant on these major corporations and government, to the point that a lot of us will starve to death without their assistance. Whether you want to admit it or not, this isn't something talking about, food stamps, SNAP, all this other kind of stuff, government assistance. I'm just talking about day to day, everyday life. Living is controlled by corporations and government. And what they showed everybody just now, whether you realize it or not, they are in complete control of your life, and you have no control of anything. So unless you're homesteading, then doing a lot of research how to grow your own stuff and make your own foods, you're kind of screwed. I hope this has the direct opposite impact that they wanted. I'm pretty sure they wanted mass panic and people say, to be more submissive, in my opinion. Because, I'm not the only one that's saying this. But I hope it makes everybody wake up and be like, you know what? I gotta start learning how to grow food. I gotta start learning how to barter and trade. I gotta start learning how to build and repair things myself because eventually it seems like worst case scenario, America is gonna be off the grid. Now, I mean America as a whole. So it's not gonna be too much of it's either gonna be the wealthy and poor. There's not gonna be a separation between the two anymore. The middle class is gonna be a myth. Hell, the middle class gets it worse than anybody else, in my opinion, if you think about it. Because in the past, people who were poor had assistance from the government. People who were rich got tax breaks from the government. The middle class actually funded America. Let's see here. What's a woman to woman? Yeah, okay. No, I ain't gonna finish that. Remember me. Donated 70. I never got a $70 donation from anybody. In fact, I never got a donation, a super chat, or anything. So you got me confused with somebody else, man. Last stream. Last stream when? Like last stream this morning or last time with live on my phone? Yes, my name is definitely Anthony. But I will double check YouTube if you did it through there. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. Did you do it through YouTube or was it through like somewhere else? Are you sure it was through Spoken Anthony? Because that's pretty much my name on everything. But anyways, back to what I was saying though. I hope this is a wake up call. I hope everybody starts try to grow their food. I hope everybody starts um, learning how to make your own stuff. There are plenty of videos how to make your own bread. There's plenty of videos how to make your own seasonings. Tips out there to help you grow your food. I think more than anything else, this should be a wake up call for everybody to sit here and learn how to do your own things. Hell, even start investing in some chickens and learn how to process your own chickens eventually. If not to eat them, to consume them, at the very least get their eggs. Yes, it's going to mess up your part of your land there, especially if you don't have a large area, but it's always good to have a backup plan. Or at the very least, be close and good friends with some farmers and people who run butcher shops and things like that. You know, they want to take things back to the 1960s and 1950s, then we should really start acting that way and start preparing ourselves for stuff like that. Because no matter who you are, whether you make $10,000 a year or you make $150,000 a year, you're still relying on the government and everything they have. You're still relying on major big corporations. I don't know. I don't know if anybody is America that's been coming in and out of my chat or American. When I say American, United States American, not Canada and Mexico. But you know what though? They have supposedly this outage was worldwide in a lot of areas. So initially, I thought it was a cyber attack. Our grid got infiltrated and hacked, and things that they said was going to happen to America. That one good AMP would take us all out, or things like that. So that's what I thought it was at first. Not trying to get into the whole entire conspiracy areas, but um, I mean, we have been meddling in foreign affairs for a while that we really shouldn't have. So it wouldn't surprise me if we got cyber attacked because that's where we're most vulnerable. Every single conflict we've been in has been overseas. None has touched our shores at all. But the best way to get to somebody that's a ocean away from you or a pond away from you, depending where you're from, is the internet. That's where people get their news, the media, their money. I mean, just the internet. Take down the internet, you'll take down America. For all these people that popped in and out, I hope you guys subscribe. Tell me what you think. Check out some other videos and stuff. But yeah, I just kind of want to get on here and talk about that because I thought that was kind of interesting what happened today. It was still going on for all I know. I was at work earlier, and then when I found out about it, and supposedly it's been going on since 4 in the morning. It's the earliest report I heard of it. So yeah, it's craziness. It's crazy because I didn't know Amazon had their hands into so many things. Like, isn't that crazy? If I was these major corporations, I would try to see about breaking myself away from Amazon because dang, because that AWS system, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. All right, well, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.